This video is a follow-up video of one I did a few years ago as a review for Anthony Williams' Life-Changing Foods book. I get a lot of people message me even today asking me am I still following it? Have I noticed any results? Have I healed any illnesses? And I just wanted to do this video just as a follow-up to what I'm doing now. As far as the book and the information in there. First of all, I pretty much since I was 18 and on my own, I've always sort of wanted to make it a priority to eat good food. So before I read the book, I was already eating healthy foods and vegetables, not eating any fast food or very minimal processed foods. I've always had the philosophy that if I really want something, I'm going to eat it. So I've never been one of those people that will completely cut out anything. But I really since I was 18, haven't really had a desire to eat any junk food or low energy food anyway. So before I read the book, I was already sort of eating a lot of salads and fruits and vegetables as my main source of nutrition. So for me, the main what really changed me was just the awareness of just becoming more aware of how everything has energy, and how a carrot isn't just a source of vitamin A, it has other sort of vibrational qualities as well. And it just kind of made me more aware of that. So I wouldn't say that it necessarily completely changed the way I eat. It just kind of changed how I think of what I eat, and made me more conscious of just everything having energy, and just made me more dedicated to making sure that I get a good amount of fruits and vegetables. So I was even more aware of okay, how much fruits am I eating? And one big change I would say I did make is that I do almost every morning I do a smoothie with a lot of frozen fruit. I try to switch it up. I do a lot of wild blueberries, which he does talk about in the book. One of the things that really kind of resonated with me is that he said the ones that are frozen and found naturally frozen have more of a sort of sturdiness to them and can kind of give you that willpower. So I always try to choose the wild blueberries if I can, but any fruit I can find, I throw in a blender in the morning, add some spirulina. I have added beef gelatin. I've read a lot of things about that being really good for collagen and bones, and I'm I'm 42, so it's something I think about, I figure why not throw it in there, it can't hurt. But so yeah, I try to almost every morning I try to do a smoothie. I do add avocados in the smoothie. I love avocados anyway, but that was one of the foods that Anthony Williams talked about, was just having one of the super foods. If you do, and I do not get endorsed for this at all, just full disclaimer, I do not get any compensation, but if you do check out the book, he will go into depth into a whole list of fruits and vegetables and their sort of spiritual qualities. So if you're interested in that, I would definitely recommend it. But I do put avocados in my smoothie. Besides having really good qualities and me loving the taste of them, they will also, fat can kind of slow down the sugar. And for me, before I did that, I would get really hungry an hour after eating the smoothie. So adding the avocados really I can go a few hours before I'm even hungry, because it kind of gives it more sustenance. So I do that every morning, and a lot of that came from that book, because I realized after reading it that I wasn't really eating as many fruits as I wanted to be eating, because it's really hard for me to just pick up a fruit and eat it. That's really always been a challenge to me, even though I love health food, especially an orange. Going through the trouble of peeling it, just for me, was kind of a turn off. I just have a really busy life, so for my lifestyle, it's easy for me to throw some fruit in a blender in the morning and just call it done. And then I try to eat more fruit besides that, but even if I don't, I know that I've at least eaten one piece of fruit. So that is something that I do almost every day. For lunch, I almost always have a salad. I do put eggs on the salad, which I know in that book he does not endorse eggs. I like eggs, and I've never had a problem with them, so I do put them on my salad. If not eggs, I usually put like some kind of fish, like salmon or tuna. I just enjoy seafood, so that's what I usually do as a protein. And then dinner, a lot of times I will eat another salad because I like the taste of it, but if I want something else, I'll eat something else. I love going out to dinner. I love just trying whatever's on the menu. Like, food for me has always been something that I really enjoy eating. So I do not, ban anything from my diet. I just figure if the majority of what I'm eating is healthy and fresh, then like if I want something that might not fit that bill, then I allow myself to do it, and it works for me. But everyone has their own routine and what works for them, but that's how I kind of do it each day. I just kind of like make sure that I'm eating like usually at least a salad. If I miss a day, it's okay, but I do make sure that every single day I'm getting like a good portion of vegetables, at least one portion of fruit. I personally haven't eaten myself fast food for like 20 years just because I don't like the taste. I understand it is addicting and it's really hard to give up. If you are someone that does kind of like it, I would recommend just trying to keep it like to a minimum, or just do it as like a once in a while thing if possible, because I totally understand it's not easy to just cut those things out. But that is in a nutshell what I've been doing with the diet now, with his information. Basically just like trying to get like a good variety of fruits and vegetables, trying to switch it up at least a little bit. But every day I do eat onions, avocados, tomatoes. I put all that stuff in my salad. Sometimes I add artichokes. A lot of the stuff in that book, I would say almost on a daily basis I do consume. Like bananas, coconut milk. I put coconut milk in my smoothies. If I make any kind of like stir fry, I use the coconut milk, so that is another thing. And for me, I am very healthy. I'm very fortunate. I can't say that it's all the way I eat, because I believe there's many other factors involved in health. I think like everything else, I think it's mainly like your mental state. So for me, that's where I'm at. But I do feel like eating healthy is very important, because it just makes you feel better. It's good for your body, and there's so many reasons to eat healthy. But I do attribute my personal health mainly to my mental, because I'm very keen on my mental health. I do meditate like almost every day. It's another thing too, if I miss a day, it's not the end of the world, but almost every day I do meditate at least once, sometimes longer than others. And I do really work to sort of have like a positive mindset, and kind of like let things go, and try to see the best in people, all the stuff that people talk about into like the positivity. I've sort of made it a priority, so I do think that is a big reason why I generally am like pretty healthy. And so that's pretty much, I think, what most people have asked me. Let me know if there's any other like questions about it, but that's kind of where I'm at. Just kind of doing the best I can and not worrying too much about it, because I feel like when getting like obsessed with nutrition starts to like get in the way of other things, then to me it's just not doing its job, because like the idea of eating healthy is like you enjoy your life. So my philosophy is like I don't really think too much about it. I just try to kind of put it on autopilot, having that smoothie in the morning and having the salad at lunch, and then if I do get hungry throughout the day, I'll snack on whatever. But I don't personally ever choose like hardly any processed food or anything with like hydrogenated oils or artificial flavors or colors. Like it puts me, the chemicals, if I do eat that, put me in a kind of cloudy state of mind for a little bit. So like that's a big reason I stay away from all that stuff. But if once in a while it happens, you know, it's not a big deal. I think that our bodies are just amazing machines that we can, you know, we can filter out like things that aren't good for us. So I do think that it's not the end of the world if I eat something that isn't, you know, pristine. But anyway, I hope that answers everyone's questions, and have a great night.